We are here with UNC Asheville legend LJ Thorpe, one of the greats in our program here at UNC Asheville, and he is taking off in his professional career and doing a great job at it. LJ, how you doing so far, man?
Good, man. Just staying on the grind. It's a long season, so we're just getting prepared for the season. Really for this in this preseason.
Now, go into your professional career as far as once you graduated from UNC Asheville, how the journey has gone so far. Where have you been?
So my first year out, I went to Finland and Tampa Bay. I went to Parento, yeah, and then after that, I went to Lithuania. I came out here to Lithuania and Cholet. And then from there, I played in the summer. After that, just this last summer, I went to Canada and played in the CBL. And then from there, I came out here back to Lithuania, but a different team in Juventus.
Let's talk about this. You've been in 3 leagues. How have they challenged you? And what have you learned from those leagues so far?
I've learned that a lot that I've learned was a lot of it, honestly, off the court. Like, it's more than just basketball out here. So, like, it's a business, you know? So it's like, if you perform, it's not much they can say, but you have to be a good person with it too. Like, it's not all about, okay, what you're doing on the court. It's about how you treat your teammates, how you carry yourself as a person. And like, just it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And that was the main thing that I've learned out here is that, people can get shipped away for not even something that they're doing on a basketball court, So it's like that was the main thing that I've learned, just seeing people come in and out. Yeah, just seeing people come in and out of the leagues, and it's just it's a it's very strict out here, especially because this is our job necessarily, So
Yeah, so it's not just about what you can do out there on the floor. It's about how you can be a professional out there, and that translates a long way. And let's talk about, obviously, you've had a storied career at UNC Asheville. I've got to watch you since you got there until, now. And, how do you think UNC Asheville college ball prepared you for where you are now?
Honestly, I give all credit to Coach Morrell, man, just and the whole coaching staff. He prepared me in ways that I couldn't even tell. Him, Coach Woody, even RJ. I don't know if you remember RJ, Coach RJ.
Oh yeah, I remember RJ.
Yeah, those guys helped me a lot throughout. I've grown a lot throughout my college career, and that prepared me for all of this out here because it just translates, especially everything that Coach Morrell was saying. It translates to the professionals. It translates in life, like because he doesn't just preach being basketball players. He preached being good people, being growing as a man off the court too. So I feel like all of that just helped. It helped a lot, man. It helped make this transitions real smooth, real easy. It was just, honestly, it just came down to me just playing ball at the end of the day because all the off-court stuff came easy.
Right. So you appreciate now when Coach Mike had you pushing that tire up and down that floor.
Man,
for something small, but it might have felt small to you, but it creates big dividends later on down the road, and especially when it comes to the character that you're trying to create as a person that can thrive in the professional world, right?
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I'll say is that he helped get me ready for the big leagues, basically. Like, he helped me. He honestly just, because these coaches do more yelling than he does. And it's
that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not even, I see, like, now one thing he used to preach to me was like, don't listen to how he says it, but let's just listen to what he's saying. And that's how I take it now. And like, not everybody gets that. So it's like people will come out here and it'll be a culture shock because they're not used to being yelled at or talked to like this. And the whole time the coaches, they might not mean any harm, but they just want to get their message across. And some people don't know how to do that without, just raising their voice. So it honestly, he helped prepare me for a lot, man. And I just thank him so much because it made the transition a lot easier.
What has been the most rewarding aspect of playing professionally?
I say just knowing that my hard work is paying off. Like,
Right.
because it you basically I see my rewards in just me every season. I get better. I've gotten better every season, and each season I've moved up. I moved up a step, and honestly, it just helps a lot, man. It just seeing those little wins, it helps a lot.
Right. You've been one of those guys I've watched, and you don't get a bag like you got off of just walking into the gym, right? You've put in a lot of time, a lot of effort into doing what you've been doing out there on the floor now, and to see it come to fruition. I mean, as a alumni, as a guy that played, I mean, I'm proud to see what you're doing. I've got to follow some of your games online, and I can just see, I was like, look at them shifting, look at them shifting. And so you've had a lot of storied highlights this past year and the year before that. What is there a moment in time that, and from one of your games, that stands out among the others?
My best highlight to me personally, how I felt during the time was in college. I went number one I did a hezzy at the top of the key and then went
Yeah,
and dunked on the 7-footer. That was my best one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
think you were calling that game actually. I think
I
you were
was
calling.
calling that
Yeah.
game because I said to our producer, I said, hey, run that back. Because like I said, like there's some audiences that they don't know what that is. Like, you know what I mean? They don't know how you're able to manipulate a defender while still dribbling the ball and making that defender think that you're going to shoot it. Right. Like, I think the hezzy comes natural to some and not as to others. You remember we were working with Tejan in the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like that thing is just like it's just like breathing for you, right? So,
Mhm.
when you did that, and then like I was like, that big's not coming over fast
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? And then you dunked on him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, poor fella.
Yeah.
Because big fella got to live with that for the rest of his life.
Mhm.
It's different when you 6'4" getting dunked on, but when you a footer, that thing lives on forever.
And
So
I like that one a lot because I don't dunk a lot either. So at that one, it felt good, man. It felt
right, right.
yeah.
Yeah. So with this new season, what are your goals? What are your aspirations with this new team?
So first off, I'm planning on qualifying for Champions League, that's coming up, I believe, in a week, in about a week or so. We have to go play that qualifier, and that's my first goal is just make sure we're in Champions League, and then from there, honestly, I want to finish. Not finish, but I want to make the playoffs because I missed the playoffs last year, and so
Right.
I definitely want to make playoffs and take this team as far as we can because I have the ultimate confidence in this team. And honestly, we've been working so hard, so we need to pay. We need to work to pay off. And so I those are my two goals right now. Right now, as at this time, is just make Champions League and then make sure we finish playoffs.
Got you. Now, so you're out in Lithuania.
Mhm.
Um, I've been once. We didn't do much out. What do you do on your time off when you're in Lithuania?
Okay, so where I'm at now, so last year I was it was a nicer city. It was they had a lot more stuff going on, but here where I'm at, it's kind of a little village called
Yeah.
Utility. And there's not much stuff, there's not much to do. But it works for me because I'm not really a guy that needs to do a lot. So it works. So I just right now what I do is go from practice to here, and then I might take a walk around the village, and then because we have two practices a day, so then so it takes up most of the day, and then I take a nap, and that's really it. It's just basketball, home, maybe a walk or two, and then the city is like maybe like an hour and a half away, 2 hours, if I wanted to, but I haven't been yet.
You got your game?
Yeah, got it for sure.
All right. What you playing right now?
Madden. Madden.
Madden?
Yeah, 2K just came out, so I'm starting that back up too.
You're not playing college football?
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, I'm a big football guy.
Let's talk about UNC Asheville. Like, are there any particular lessons, some qualms, some sayings that you take with you now that is transitioning or translating to your professional career now?
Biggest one I say is control what you can control. That's
Right.
one thing that he used to preach to us is control what you can control. And that comes in many different ways. Like one thing, like you can't control like referees, maybe like different things throughout the game, but you can control your effort. You can
Right.
control you control your effort. You can control turnovers. For me personally, you can control turnovers, and you can control like just just knowing the plays, like like little stuff like that. You can control a lot of stuff, like, and then everything else will come with it. And so that's one thing I make sure I do. I don't stress over things that I have no control over.
What message would you give to the up and coming UNC Asheville Bulldogs that are aspiring to play at the professional level one day?
Trusting Coach Morrell, the biggest one. That's one
Right.
thing that I say, because if I would have bought in from day one when Coach Morrell got there, and because we butted heads at the beginning a lot, and that was just because me just not listening and just
Right.
thinking that I knew more, So it was just, I say, just listen to Coach Morrell, because he does know what he's talking about, and he will get you to where you want to go. Because he's been through it. He's been with Shaka Smart. He's coached a lot of guys. He's been with a lot of guys, and so he knows exactly what he's talking about. And I say just trust him. And then obviously the work, you gotta put in work, because ain't nothing free at all. And then and one more thing I say also is get in the gym by yourself a lot, because especially if you're aspiring to go pro, you're gonna realize you're not gonna have a lot of rebounders for you. You're gonna be in the gym by yourself a lot. You're gonna have a lot of alone time, and what you do with that alone time is all on you. And it's like
Right.
you're not gonna have people pushing you. Oh, go get in the gym, do this. You just got to go do it. And that was one thing that I during college that I liked, that Coach Morrell and Woody did all the time. Oh, LJ, you got it. They set a schedule. I got to get in the gym and stuff. And then afterwards, it's like, dang. After that's gone, it's like, oh, I got to do all this myself now. It's like,
Right.
and it was easy for me because just loving basketball, I'm always gonna be in the gym and getting it
Right.
in. But just knowing that from the jump, like after you're done, you won't have like a culture shock. It'll be already instilled in you.
You gonna have time to get home?
Probably not. No.
Right.
It's so
So
so I'm gonna be here until I believe June.
right.
And then honestly, I'm still debating on it right now, but I may go back to Canada for CBL. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'll just have to see towards when it gets towards December, January time. That's usually when I make the decision.
Let me ask you a question. Like, are you a Kodak fan?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He's like y'all national treasure over there, right?
Absolutely. Him and Rod Wave.
Right. I understand. I understand. Like, if I like Kodak, man. Like, my question is, like, I'm hoping he makes it.
With him, I say it's like knowing what you need, like knowing what you need to do to be better,
Mm-hmm.
but not having the right people around you to help you be better.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that instance, I say like me and Tay, for instance, me
Right.
and Tay, we keep each other, held to the high standard. We even
Accountability.
exactly, even freshman year we were in the gym a lot. Every time we take, it's always positive things happen. We're always keeping each other in check. Hey, bro, you got in the gym, you know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, even if it's during the games, hey, bro, I need 25 from you, or I need at least 10 shot attempts, because, Tay like to stop shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Tay just be chilling. Yeah.
yeah, so I be like, bro, I need at least 10, 15 shot attempts, no less. Or
Right.
you owe me $20 or something like that. I say something like
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, like, I think it's just having the right people around you, man. And as I feel like, as he's getting sober, it's helping him a little more. But
Mm-hmm.
with those type of guys, just say you never know, man, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. So
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Hey man, why do Floridians wear socks at the beach?
listen, you know what's crazy? Because I do that too.
I know you do.
I think it's I don't know. A lot of Floridians, we just don't like to show our feet, man.
Okay.
Like I'm sitting in the crib right now and I got socks on. So,
Damn, you can't even relax in your own home.
but it just becomes so normal that you forget about it. So it's like even when I'm going to the beach, I don't even think, oh, let me not put socks on.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Hey man, hey, as you get older, maybe you'll get a little bit more comfortable, but you're missing
yeah.
out, man. Go ahead, put them toes in the sand, brother.
I got you, man.
All right, man. Well, hey man, I appreciate you, man, and appreciate what you're doing out there abroad, and when you can come back, come see the boys,
Mhm.
come see us, man, and it's gonna be love, man. You know that. So
Yes,
keep
sir.
doing what you're doing, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.